Father, your court is always the most wonderful place to spend time in all of the known world. Yes, Father, it's your food is wonderful, and it's just improved so much recently. Yes, my dear, it's just great to live here. You have become a great man. Thank you. But it's all of you who did it. Without you, I think I would have just remained the hopeless, directionless man that I was, but no. I now see that the future of this kingdom is me and my family, you all, and the others, of course, making a realm that's safe for those who live in it, and strong for those who will remain after we all move on to our next lives. I am just so happy for the opportunity to live here amongst my family and my friends. Life is truly good. Cheers! Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with Maharaja Kalasa of Lohara. Oh, our situation is interesting. We got this to clear up, but that's going to be nothing. We have finally consolidated our domain. We hold 5 duchies. As we get those duchy titles, they will start to integrate into our future kingdom of Lohara, which we want to hold so that that integration can take place smoothly over the next couple of generations until this is our de jure kingdom. I am very happy with the amount that we've gotten, so we are going to actually put a break on the wars for a bit now. This will easily finish itself up. We've let her out of prison, which has given us 25 gold and put us above, which is good. This marriage proposal is my vassal to my daughter. Excellent. That was mostly made so that he will have a child soon enough to stop this guy from inheriting. He just used his favor hook and I didn't look why. This is my knight who conspired to murder my mother, so we just have to try to imprison him. He'll probably escape, but we have to do it anyway. It's the right thing to do. And let's see what else we got going on here. It's a marriage proposal. And this is one of my 2 twins, Hamlesh. And this is a 38-year-old ruler. There's quite an age gap, but, you know, it's not more than all of the other ones I've done. He's got a good position. He'll be his only wife. I have a great deal of respect for Buddhist faiths. This is fine. She actually gets more prestige than he does. I think it's a good match. Basically a place where other kings go to farm out wives among my many excellent children. So that's a thing. It's a real thing. It's an enormous thing. It's a big thing. I have many. Oh my! We somehow got him. We got him. What are we gonna do? Well, he obviously has no money. We're not gonna torture him. You know, I might employ him as my executioner. I think we're gonna... What? He literally died in my prison while I was looking at him. We weren't even on high speed. Let's pause. How did he die so fast in my prison? He must have been really unhealthy to begin with. Wow. I was literally going to make him my executioner, and I got told on the way down into the dungeons to tell them to bring... Well, the way to the door of the dungeon, because I ain't going down to that seedy place. To tell them to go and get him for me, and they come back and tell me that he's died. Wow. I mean, I never intended for him to die in my prison. I did intend to punish him for, you know, plotting to murder my mother, but, alright. Let's look at this new prisoner we have. We have other prisoners too, so we need to do something about our prison, because people are dying down here. This is the new guy. Got this guy. He is not great. You can just go. You're sick too. You know what? Because you're sick, and I'm actually generally not that bad a guy. I'm just gonna let you go. Just go. Hopefully you find a way to get well, wherever it is you come from. As for this guy, I'm gonna demand his conversion because... No. Again, no. Well, no. The only thing we actually technically have against these Ashari is their tendency to be warlike and try to, you know, take us over and other people over, and also that when I conquer them, they never forgive me. So, well, I mean, that's sensible, though. We're just gonna let this guy go. You, sir, can go. And this old guy here, he's an okay commander. He's not that old. He's actually younger than me. No, I'm still thinking of myself as a kid in my mind. That's one of the things that causes problems for people when they get older, when they never really think of themselves as adults. He's a 51-year-old man who still thinks that he's the kid and the 49-year-old is the old man. That could be a problem. Would I demand this guy's conversion? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. No, no. No, just like the other guy, no. I will get a hook off you, though. You know, you never know when a hook is going to be useful. As for you, we are going to negotiate your release. We're going to recruit you and demand your conversion, and if you'll accept, you can join the army. Great. Let's continue. So what did this guy take from me for his hook? I have no choice but to accept the conditions of my release. Of course you don't. It's that or you stay in prison for the rest of your life. I mean, that's... I don't know why you wouldn't, is the thing. So this is the brother of the man that I betrayed. I mean, I didn't betray him. I helped his sister take his land and then gave it to her husband. Not the same thing. It's not technically a betrayal.
So I guess he's my spy master now. That's great.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna demand his conversion. He might accept. He's already converted. When I converted her, her husband didn't convert. That's weird. It's quite weird. Oh, I guess it's because... I don't know. It's very weird that it happened that way. Oh. Is she... No. I'm gonna do it anyway. He's not gonna like it. They never do. What does he want? A weak hook. Frick. I mean, if he forces himself to move my Chancellor, that would be a convenient excuse to make that exchange, because he'd be better at it. If he takes money out of my coffers by changing his contract, I'm not going to worry about that either. To be perfectly honest, I'm fine with all of that. So let's just go over here. We want to give this to this son here. Since he's not my heir, there's no restriction. Only the heir is restricted in what they can get. So let's just give him this. And we're going to just look at our culture again. I'm not getting prestige at the rate that I'd want to, so I need to hold some like activities to do that, I think. We're here. We got this down to 13 years. Oh, we're 49. I thought we were 51. Oh, that's good. That means it would be 62. We'd have to get to 62. And we are doing fine. So hopefully we finish that. Hopefully we do. So our daughter, who was injured and sick, is now just injured. Hopefully she becomes well. And we need to start changing the way we're doing this. We don't need a wet nurse. What else do we want to do here? I can demand payments from 2 people. My son, who I just got an alliance with, will take his 1 gold, so we lose the temptation of using the hook on him. And, this guy. Alright. Alright. Oh, that's gold. We could use it. We are kind of trying to get these titles. The sooner we get them, the sooner they start integrating. Which is the eventual goal, is to get all 5 of these counties, originally 4, but, you know, we got the one on the bottom too, so that's a really good extra. And it also gives us some lowlands, which would be really helpful to us, because we're mostly mountain up here. We're mountain, except for, like, the Kashmir Valley right here. So having a little bit of lowlands is a good thing for us. There's nothing else in here we need to worry about. This guy is married to my daughter, so he's very likely going to have a kid before long. Hopefully his brother doesn't murder him to take his land. His tiny smidge of land he's got right now. And then there's this guy. Oh, right. We already decided this, didn't we? I mean, maybe I did or maybe I didn't, but I did think about this. Because this guy is already... We're already working our way into having this guy in our good favor. Especially now that he is converted. I'm gonna just probably let him die off. He'll just get old and die. He's already incapable. He's not capable of doing anything. He can hold the land, and then his son will inherit it, who I've already started working on liking me. So he is nothing to worry about. Lively livestock, an additional payment in recent as an additional payment in recent trade. I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I have been assured that the animals are of the highest quality, but the question remains: what should be done with them? We only have a 75% chance to get the large cattle herd. That's 20% development, or we can just accept the regular sized cattle herd for 10% development. I think that's what we do. I think that's the wiser choice. Don't make the gamble if you don't have to. And this is a marriage proposal? Yes. So that marriage done. That was agreed on quite some time ago, if I remember correctly. I think most of my daughters are married. I think only the very youngest ones aren't now. Yep. Oh, what happened to you? Oh, you got injured. Somebody probably let you go to one of those childhood events and you got injured. Well, at least you'll get better. Children are very resilient. The grand tour. Yeah, I probably should do a tour before I die. Virtuoso performance. My friend Utpala is so talented. His mind as a scholar is truly immense and scarcely rivaled by any other in the realm. His grasp of matters philosophical and theological let him debate on even keel with the holiest and wisest of religious leaders, and I've yet to see him ever falter when faced with an issue of the mind. Even now I can hear him down the corridor, holding forth on an obscure subject with all the skill and ease of a master craftsman with decades of experience. Perhaps I could ask him to give me tips and tricks on this area of expertise. Chance for learning, 23%, 61% chance that he gains opinion of me, a very 15% chance that he loses opinion of me. I think we're going to do this. He lost opinion of me. We got the bad outcome. That's too bad. That friendship is also collapsing. Apparently, the game thinks I can't handle 3 women as well as I handled 4. Well, I don't agree, and neither does the Red Heart. So the Red Heart says romance is not about quantity, but about quality. Yes. Yes, we shall manage all of our lovers and our soulmate just fine, thank you. It's too bad that our friend is no longer happy with us because we asked him for help that he didn't want to give us. We'll take this because this should give us some money and help us with our city vassals. And my poor daughter has died. Of what? Died in childbirth, probably because she's not particularly healthy. Well, she did give him sons. That will end our alliance, but it's not like we don't have many alliances. So young to die.
To die in childbirth.
Goodbye, Asamati. The road. My steward, Liu Baba, informs me that there is a desperate need for a new road to traverse the Akana of Wakan. Many of the old roads are dilapidated and even dangerous. A commoner by the name of Narayan has been put forward as the natural leader of the construction effort. Sure, he can handle it. I mean, she's probably wants a break because she's pregnant. What's happened over here? Ooh, we got a foxtail. Well, we'll just throw that on. I mean, why not, right? And we need to start thinking about what we're gonna do here. The road, a tavern. So they want to put a tavern on the road. They want to put taverns on the roads to make it easier for people to travel. Or at least one. Okay. Organized inns is progress, and this is get them back on the road is more progress and increased quality. I mean, that's very valuable. So we'll take that. We also want to start considering building something. I think I'm gonna wait to 150. Because at 150 I should be able to build the blacksmith, which will help me get taxes in my main domain. Court grandeur level decreased. That's too bad. I mean, we're not really doing much about it, so it makes sense it would decrease. But where did it decrease to? So our natural level is 2. We just went under 4, which we only got through boosts, and we're not paying for much right now because we don't have... Actually, we do have enough money. We do. It's the cap, right? Yeah, the cap gives us disease resistance bonus, so let's do that. And then we'll raise these ones all by 1. Doesn't quite get us to 6. I'm not worried about getting to 6. I think that's a good increase. Yeah, you can argue that we can't afford it, but we've never been a person who considered that too much. And making our people happy through having the court be more, making our vassals happy. I think the court will help make them happy, because the court grandeur above helps make people happy. So... Wakan's merchants want to make the road better by giving a donation. I'm not stealing from the road effort. I'm not stealing from the road effort. That's not worth it. Not in the long run. Maybe it might be worth it to getting one building built, but it won't be worth it towards the future of the kingdom. So we've, I think, done enough with this guy, so we can find somebody else to sway now. Looking up here, we have you. You're doing fine. Let's look at our vassals. Our vassal list. Who doesn't like us? You don't like us. In spite of the fact you're married to our son and you only exist because we've helped you. Oh, somebody took your position. Of course they did. Somebody used their hook to get you out. That's why you don't like us. Well, I'm just gonna have to sway you back into our good graces if you will accept. You're gonna be hard to convince, yes, but that is a good question. Is there anything else that guy can do? Because we might be able to just help her out by moving him someplace else. Not really. Not really. This guy's almost 10 years older than us. His health is poor. Maybe it's time. His son loves us. Maybe it's time to put somebody in that job who can actually do it. I mean, I could just put her in it. Right? I mean, my son is not going to get mad if he doesn't get a job. But putting her in it will appease her. And it will give me a chancellor who is literally twice as good as my current guy. My son would actually be the better chancellor, but that's fine. And then I guess we actually switch the sway to him then. So he doesn't do anything foolish like join factions and try to take my kingdom from me, which would be absurd. All right. We're almost at the point where we can buy that next building, but this is going to be a pretty chill episode, I think. We've hit 14 and 10 prestige. Road work ethic. My steward seems almost shocked. I have been inspecting the road construction in Wakan, and the peasant workers are much more efficient than I expected. Even I might learn a thing or two from them. Learning from peasants? The very thought is abhorrent. I mean, not to her. I mean, her perspective is not the same as his perspective. She's not saying that she's surprised because she's highborn. She isn't. She's saying she's surprised because she's such a good steward already. So, saying this would effectively be misunderstanding her. And I'm not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. Even though I need the prestige, and literally just said I need the prestige, I would not misunderstand that the lowborn, high-quality steward who I married to my son was claiming that it was bad to learn from peasants because she used to be one. She, in fact, used to be a slave for a while. Somebody's trying to kill my priest. I don't know why they would. He does such a good job. I mean, at least at priesting. He didn't do such a good job at training my kids. But you know, such things happen. We don't resent him for it or anything, even though we've brought it up 100 times, which implies that we do in fact resent it. Even before it's complete, merchants have begun traveling along the new road in Wakan. Narain suggests that those who use the road should contribute to its construction. What an original idea. I like it. This will lower control in Wakan. Here. We could probably just put that control rate back up. What an original idea. I like it. Just immediately, do this. Get them back in line, sir. They're rebelling because they don't want to pay the road tax to literally build the road that they're using. That's, logistically irresponsible. What is he asking for? Fine. Lower taxes isn't going to kill me. I mean, it's going to make me sad, but it's not going to kill me. Daughter learns language. My children have learned my wife's language many, many times. Road, a distant fief. The work on the road in Wakan is progressing, but the stretch of land currently being prepared goes beyond a hill, far from both villages on either side. Both villages are reluctant to provide workers, and there is uncertainty over who owns the fief beyond the hill. Then we take workers from both villages. I could pay for the work there myself. That would put behind my building project. I don't like working people to death. That's not my jam. So I guess we pay the 40 gold and put the building off for a few more months. The road, robbers. Even an unfinished highway has highwaymen. It seems Narain has problems with supplies that never arrive and workers who are scared to leave their villages. At this rate, the road in Wakan will never be finished. Post guards on the road. What does posting guards on the road do? Lowers my levy size for a while? I can handle that. Yeah, I can handle that. That'll also help it get back to control, which is an acceptable outcome. And we have married our friend's daughter to our son. Let's see. Not enough warriors. I don't want to spend money on warriors right now, do I? We could do a marriage loop. We haven't done a marriage loop in a while. I won't subject you to it, but I could do it off screen. We'll look at this event first, though. Who has come to visit my court? This is my son, my wife, and this is my daughter. Excellent baked truffles, my favorite. Moralal bellows merrily, gorging himself as the servants desperately steadies the serving tray. Ah, my beloved candy figs, you are truly detectable. Anoraha says in a singing voice. Now this is what life is about. Servants more invigorating herbal infusions now. Soyamati demands, it would appear that my courtiers are enjoying themselves. This is not my courtiers, this is my literal family. Perceptive as always, yes. My friend enjoying the desserts I see, ah, yes. And of course my wife and lover. You know, I'm just gonna let them have their little party. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna show any favoritism to them. I favor them all. They can just have their little party in my court. Our court grandeur is going up because of our new investments in it. Hopefully we can make some money to help with that soon. So I'm going to do that and not subject you to it. Oh, never mind. The road has ended first. I cannot wait to reap the benefits. Good road network. Let's let this finish, please. That's good. I mean, he's a passable warrior. Right? Yeah, why not? He's not great, but I mean, he's not gonna like kill himself. And we got the stewardship perk from that. I think I want to get to this. This is more... No, none of these are really gonna matter to me very much. So when we ask ourselves that question, when we say the words, none of these are really going to matter to me that much, are we saying we don't go down to avaricious? Do we quit avaricious now that we've taken the things that really matter to us? Do we consider getting off of this learning altogether and maybe going over to the learning lifestyle a little bit? I mean, this is just generally good. So we'll take cutting cornerstones. I don't think we're going to chase any of this after all. I don't see anything here that at this point in his kingly career is going to help him. And I don't want to push to the end of any of these trees at the expense of getting perks that he doesn't actually use. The one problem will be the loss of 3 stewardship, which will cause us to immediately lose some money, but I think we'll be fine. I think we go over here. We put on this one, or the small health boost. We put on the small health boost, and that'll just get us down here to the scholarly circles, which will increase the chance that we get through our heraldry technology, our cultural advancement. So we have discovered who was trying to murder our priest. It's our son-in-law, the vile fiend. Do we have the ability to get a hook on him for that? No, we don't. Our wife is a deviant. Yeah, I don't... what kind of deviant is she? I wonder. Impeccable household. Thank you for the prestige. Thank you for the prestige, love. It's wonderful. You are a very excellent wife, and I am glad that I made the choice early in my life to marry you, my first wife. And my soulmate. You have done such a good job for me over the years. I've seen so many nice green pop-ups where you've provided our children with help with their educations, money for the coffers. You alone are probably the savior of this kingdom. Okay. We finished the control county task. We should be able to switch him to something else now. We still got lots of problems down here, but that's up to the vassals to handle. We're not fixing that for them. I think we're going to go and do train commanders. And this saves us more money. This makes our people better. I think actually we'll just stay here. You can organize the levies, that's fine. No, this is probably better. We're going to do this. We can afford to get rid of a little money for a while. Mind and body. The further I delve into my studies, the more apparent the link between mind and body becomes. Too much worry can make you sick, and the mind is stronger than its vessel, my wise friend. Uptala journals about his worries and swears it eases his mind. I've also read about the benefits of vigorous movement to sway frayed nerves. You can become a journaler. Now, this is interesting. I'd actually prefer athletic. I would prefer athletic. Let's try for athletic. We got it. Good pull, my friend. After all those low rolls you've been getting lately, you get athletic, which is really good for us because it will help us with our goal of making the run to the end and getting our high partition to help out our son, our heir. We can hold court, and we should. Let's do it. Hopefully we gain the 100 prestige back. We probably won't because this is random. I didn't read it. That's okay. That's okay this one time. Amit approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. My liege, the people in your realm need the occasional joyous gathering where they can forget their stresses. I would gladly finance a feast, even if it were under your name, as it is for the good of Lohara. Though I would duly expect a favor in recompense. So who are you? What will you do with such a favor? What would you do with such a favor, sir? What do you want from me? I mean, I would accept. A favor is fine. If he lowers his taxes, it's fine. If he gets himself on the council, that could be bad. Hopefully he doesn't do that. My lord, my daughter-in-law, Luvbava, takes the floor. I have an idea to improve taxation. We could send surveyors to question your subjects about every property. I'm sorry, I can't afford it right now. We did one a few years ago, and I don't need another one this soon, so I just simply can't afford it. It sucks, I know, but... I am faced with Anoki Gakarka's sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful as her acquaintance, Tejbuharu, gently ushers her towards the throne. Maharaja, he laments, the girl has been at your court with no one to watch over her since the death of her dear papa. Please look to her future. What can be done with such a child? I am not going to raise the girl myself. It wouldn't be good for her or for me, in all likelihood. I will find her a home. Alright, my business here is done. So... He's gonna get a hook. He has a hook on us. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Kind of worries me. But what I do know is this. If a man asks you to hold a feast in his name, you hold a dang feast. The interesting thing, though, is... we could do something else. We could do something... else. Now, this says this is going to be super expensive, and it probably is going to be, but we could look at least... and see if we did a grand tour up here to here to here to here, there, and there. I guess we leave out the kid in the north. You know, how much will this actually cost me? 410. We need a big entourage. All I'm going to be bringing is 5 close courtiers, but I think that's fine. We don't currently have a caravan master. So let's put this guy into the job. I would prefer someone who's balanced, speed and defense. So this guy's actually better, I think. My acclaimed knight. So that's who we're going to put in. I think we go for it. Right? We do a taxation tour. We see if we can turn this this little bit of money that was given to us to a feast into a bigger pot of money, which we can then use to fund a feast and to pay for other things. And we get to go on a tour finally of our full kingdom. Let's get out there. Let's do this. But I think we've been recording long enough for this session. I think that we're going to put an end here. and do the tour next time, he's come to Swearfield. He will. Of course, your vows are accepted. Thank you. And with that, we're going to put an end to this episode. I'll see you the next time that we are here in Lohara with Kalasa. We'll do our tour, and maybe we'll have some money afterwards to invest in all sorts of nice stuff. Goodbye for now.